67 years ago, this was Singapore. It was a struggling island with poverty-stricken locals, widespread illiteracy, and no natural resources to speak of. Fast forward to today, this is Singapore, a global financial hub, technological marvel, and home to some of the world's most luxurious accommodations. So the question is, how did this tiny island transform itself from a British colony into one of the wealthiest and most innovative countries in the world? Well, in 1965, when Singapore first became independent, it was a daunting challenge. The country was poor, its people were poorly educated, and it had no natural resources to fall back on. But despite these challenges, Singapore's leaders had a clear vision for the country's future. They wanted to turn it into a world-class city, a place where businesses would thrive and where people from all over the world would want to live. To achieve this, they knew that they needed to invest in infrastructure, education, and technology. They started by building world-class infrastructure, including roads, bridges, and buildings. They also invested heavily in education, which helped to create a highly skilled workforce. And they encouraged foreign investment, which helped to boost the economy. One of the key things that Singapore did was to invest in its people. The government implemented policies to promote meritocracy, which means that people are rewarded based on their abilities and qualifications. This helped to create a highly skilled and productive workforce. Additionally, the government invested in education and training programs to help workers keep up with the changing needs of the economy. Another important thing that Singapore did was to maintain political stability and good governance. This created an environment of certainty and predictability, which made it more attractive for businesses to invest in the country. The government also worked hard to maintain racial and religious harmony in a country. With more than 200 ethnic groups and 3 main religions, of course, none of this would have been possible without the visionary leadership of the People's Action Party, particularly Lee Kuan Yew, who was the Prime Minister for 31 years. His leadership and his ability to articulate a clear vision for the country was instrumental in Singapore's transformation. Today, Singapore is a shining example of what can be achieved when a country invests in its people, when it embraces free market capitalism, and when it maintains political stability and good governance. It's a country that went from being a British colony to being one of the most successful nations in the world. And it's a story that continues to inspire people around the world today. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload. If you have a topic that you want us to cover, just leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.